Yeah, what a great job of, just keeping his poise and making pitches and getting out of that and, to limit the damage there and keep us in the game. And that's what he did. He did a great job of it and ends up going 5 innings. And, they had him in a couple other tough places there when, they had men on base. But you know what? He really, for a guy that hadn't pitched, I don't know what it's been, 12 days or so, thought he had good stuff, good command, and on top of that, composure, because he was in some tough jams there. And, by him keeping us in the game, it gave us a chance to have a comeback, and I think that was our best comeback this year, and great job by the guys.
Bottom of the 8th there, you guys have 2 on, no outs. Sandoval's coming up, and you put Posey in. What was the decision behind that?
Well, I mean, I've got a pretty good hitter I'm putting up there. I'll start with that. Buster, he was ready to hit a couple times before that, but just waiting for the right time there. And Pablo just hasn't had a lot of at-bats right-handed. They had a lefty out there, so, I wanted to make sure I would get that run in. Not that Pablo couldn't do it, but, he's a little rusty, to be honest, as far as seeing some pitching. We brought him up here a little bit earlier than we anticipated, and I don't think he saw a lot of lefties down there, so that's why the move was made.
Parker obviously had the walk-off, but he also had the double in the 7th inning. How impressed were you by his late-game plate approach?
Nice job. The first couple of bats, if they don't go well, that's what these young guys have to do is, wash them off, as we say, and he did a good job of that. And the way their defense was set up, he runs pretty good, and he just hit that ball in a good place. But really, that double was huge. I thought Pablo's double did a nice job of just waking up the club and trying to get us going. And, of course, Pence's home run really got us in that ball game.
Can you talk a little bit more about that Pablo going out the other way for that double that started that 3-run frame in the 7th?
Yeah, and like I said, that kind of woke us up because we looked dead in the water. Walker was throwing the ball well. We just couldn't do much with him, and a nice piece of hitting by Pablo going the other way, smoked it to get a double, and getting a first run. That kind of does a lot for our club, and of course Pence followed that, as I said, with the home run, and at that point now it's a different feel in the dugout, a lot of life, and I wasn't surprised to see how we found a way to tie that ball game, and they did it. And of course, we got a break there at the end where Parker placed that ball just right.
Emotionally, with Pablo back in there, did it feel like any time had passed, did it feel like he hadn't even left?
No, I'll be honest, it did. You see Pablo, you think of some great times. There's some good memories with Pablo, and he hasn't changed. He's still Pablo. Plays with a passion. He's got that energy. We always talked about when he was here, and he's still the same. I was heading up to the dugout, and I could hear him in the batting cage, as loud as he is. And so I thought that, just having him around would do something for the ball club. Not that this wasn't the game for us, but certainly it was nice to have that energy.
Coach, talk about your bullpen tonight after Stratton came in, after Stratton left.
Really, they all did a great job, and Cricky, we stretched him out pretty good, but they scored a couple, I think, unearned runs there, but tonight. But the bullpen really, they stepped up. Guerin's been throwing the ball well, and he had a good inning. Of course, Dyson, he got a little tough there for him with the bases loaded, but he made the pitch to finish that up. And of course, Strickland, he had to make some pitches against a couple good hitters, and he did it. So, Kane was coming in. He was our lone guy. He was fresh, and the game was probably going to end with Kane on the mound.
Bruce, I think you mentioned before the game that you were talking with your coaches about Melanson, and let us know after now. What's going to be the situation with him? Is he going to pitch another rehab, or you're going to get him in?
No, he's going to throw another, if not a couple of rehabs. So I don't know what day we have him penciled in, but he needs some more work. He's not quite ready. So I can't tell you when we will activate him, but I can tell you he needs at least another outing or probably two more.